So Capricorn, let's take a look at the central focus for May, and that is Ace of Swords in reverse. So the first question that comes to mind for me when I see this is, what truth are you trying not to see or trying not to acknowledge? Is there something that you know that you're afraid of acknowledging, or that you don't want to see, that you don't want to embrace? This is the Excalibur sword. This is the sword of the truth. When we get one sword, it means the one idea, the one belief, the one knowledge, and it's the crowning belief. So I often call this card "The Truth Will Set You Free." This is also for those of you who work with angels. This is Archangel Michael's sword that cuts through everything. It's the sword of the truth and the sword of strength, and it's crowned here. When it's in the reverse, it means that the truth is there and it's available to you, but there's something clouding it. There's something that is preventing it from rising to the surface. There's something that's preventing you from seeing it and embracing it. And usually that comes in the form of some sort of doubt, fear, or resistance. So I'm going to ask you, Capricorn, is there any doubt, fear, or resistance that's keeping you from connecting to the truth that you know is there and that is presenting itself to you? Is there some way in which you're trying to hold back from acknowledging something that's right in front of you? Because for May, this is the central focus, is that the truth is there for you to see it. The truth will set you free. But for some of you, and this card's in reverse, it's like saying, I'm trying not to see that. I'm trying not to hear that. I'm trying to, put my fingers in my ears and go la, 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 so that I don't have to acknowledge the truth that's in plain sight, clear as day, right in front of me. So that's one question that I would ask you, Capricorn. For May, you got a lot of major arcana cards going on here, by the way. You've got Hermit, you've got Star, you've got World. So there may be some big issues up for evaluation during May, or there may be some things. I really get the sense truth and what really matters, what I'll call truth with a capital T, is going to be up. For some reason, I'm getting up in your grill to this month, because Hermit is what's approaching for you, and that is another card that is concerned with truth with a capital T. He is searching for it. He's looking for the truth, and he usually casts off everything that has to do with this world in order to find it. And guess what? It's right in front of him. He's just not seeing it because it's in reverse. So I'm going to ask you, Capricorn, what is it that you're seeking out? Are you trying to see something other than what is right in front of you? Because it should be clear as day. That's what the Ace of Swords represents, truth. When it's out in front, it's clear, it's insightful, it's sharp, it's a cutting blade. It cuts through all the nonsense, all the BS, and just declares this is how it is. And Hermit searches for that. So why is he not seeing it? What doubt, fear, or resistance is keeping this at bay, Capricorn? So that's a real theme for you for May, the truth. Ask yourself, what is that? Where is it? If I'm searching for it, what am I not acknowledging that's right in front of me? Because it is absolutely available to you in May. What's in your shadow is Nine of Coins. So this is usually something that's beneath our consciousness, beneath the surface of our consciousness, something that we're not aware of. And this card is all about self-discipline and the rewards that we bring to ourselves through hard work, through having self-discipline. So you can see she's eating grapes here. She's wearing fine clothes. She has jewelry. She's in a very comfortable position. And generally, this is a position that she's put herself in. So if you have brought yourself to this sort of situation, it being in the shadow position is saying, maybe you have saved up. Maybe you are more comfortable than you realize. You may not realize that you have it good, that you're kind of sitting pretty. It could also mean that if this isn't happening for you, it's inviting you to participate more in your own self-care, your own self-care taking, or how can you invite more self-discipline into your life? Because that could be what's below the surface that you're not seeing, is that this woman of riches or this person of riches is hanging out in the shadows, waiting to come forward, but you need to embrace the energy that she has, which is self-discipline, self-care, saving for a rainy day, putting forth the work and the effort in order to put yourself in a nice position. So if you are in that position, it might mean that you can lean on your savings a little bit, or a little bit of the nice position that you've put yourself in. If that's in the shadows, you may be kind of forgetting that you have a nice cushion to fall onto. Or if that's not the case for you, it's an invitation to say, she's here and ready and waiting for you, but you just need to match her energy in terms of self-discipline, self-care, putting forth the efforts to take care of yourself, and then she can emerge. This can be you, Capricorn. So what's in the shadows for you right now about Nine of Coins energy? That's all those themes: self-discipline, self-care. How can you invite that more in May, so that she can emerge, and that you can be the one wearing this turban, and this gold necklace and eating the grapes? She's showing up for you, but you have to kind of call her forth out of the shadows, because she's happening below the surface of your consciousness. In fact, some of you may have something that is valuable and an asset that you're not recognizing, or that you're not seeing, like, oh, I do have this thing that I did for myself, or it could be even a skill that you're not utilizing fully to benefit you. So that's another possibility, Capricorn. It looks like I haven't yet put out the stones. I'm just going to do that really quick. This mat, by the way, if you're interested in getting one, the Capricorn one is kind of a dark navy blue color. You can check those out on my website. I'll have a link to those. And then what's passing away for you, which I like this for you, Capricorn, is Eight of Swords. And this is a card about giving in to false beliefs. The swords, as we mentioned before, are knowledge, wisdom, understanding. It's the air realm, so it's the realm of things that are mental, things that are in our thoughts or in our minds. And what I see with these two cards together is that there's all these false beliefs, and then finally the truth emerges. So part of what Eight of Swords is about is feeling confined, feeling stuck, feeling powerless, because we are buying into and surrounding ourselves with false beliefs. It's all these ideas, thoughts, and beliefs in her head that are keeping her stuck here. She actually has more power than she thinks. This is victim mentality. When you believe that you actually are more stuck than you are, she could cut these binds on any of these swords, take her blindfold off, and walk away. And this truth will set you free, as we see. But there's some resistance to that, Capricorn. And therefore you may be kind of staying stuck or continuing to look for the truth when it's right in front of you. But what I do like is that this powerlessness from staying with these false beliefs is dissipating. It's drifting away. It's going into the past. There seems to be a emergence of the truth being singled out and identified, and being like, okay, this is the truth. This is the one sword that's real. But there is still some sort of fear or resistance to acknowledging that, because they're both in reverse. So continue searching for the truth, eliminating what is not real, what are false beliefs, what are limiting beliefs, and welcome in this Ace of Swords. This is freedom, this is truth, this is justice, this is righteousness, this is Excalibur. Again, when you stand with the truth, it sets you free. So real search for the truth here in May. And what that also does, this is highlighted, is it opens you up in terms of your heart. So cups are all about emotional energy, heart energy. And I sometimes call this card the Rip Van Winkle card, because it means falling asleep, becoming aloof, becoming detached from the world because you're so focused on what's right in front of you, like believing that this is how it's always been, this is how it is, this is how it's always going to be. It becomes sort of like this endless hamster wheel when you're just focused on this. And therefore you miss out on this love that is being handed to you by the divine. It wants to give you more love. It wants to fill your cup more. But you kind of have to look up and out of yourself in order to see and receive the love that's coming at you. So whenever I see this card, and it's highlighted for you here in May, Capricorn, is where do I need to look differently? How can I look up and out of myself? How can I do things differently in terms of who I talk to or where I go? Or, it's coming up from the skies, from the heavens. So it's wanting to come to you. It's available to you. It's like knocking on your door. But you have to look up and out to even see it. And it's wanting to add more love to your life, more passion, more joy, all of those heart-centered words. So keep an eye out for that extra cup, Capricorn. As you identify what the truth is, there's more love available to you. It's not just what has been is always going to be. It's coming towards you actively. You just have to receive it. So that's the general reading for May for you, Capricorn. For week 1, I see that there's so much available to you. You have so much support. This is the World card, and this means feeling free, feeling open, feeling supported from all directions. It's also the victory laurel here. When everything comes to culmination, it's sort of like your best self, your best life. You're being celebrated as just as who you are. That's what the nakedness of the figure represents here. And you're wrapped in this purple silk, reminding me also of this, who she's dressed in purple fine linens. But this is you without any outer trappings. This is sort of the you that Hermit invites, which it means you don't need any crown, you don't need any title. It's just you celebrated as just who you are and in the celestial sphere and dancing and free. So what blocks are there to that in the first week of May, Capricorn? It looks like you have a lot of openness, a lot of support, if you should so tap into it, but you may just not see it. You may not see how good you have it first week of May, or there may be a way where you are cutting yourself off from support, from freedom, from complete fulfillment because you don't believe it, you don't trust in it. Or what is the doubt? What is the fear? What is the resistance that's preventing you from experiencing this beautiful, supported, fulfilled, capable, victorious card? It's showing up for you. So this is a very beneficial, positive sign first week of May. You just have to open your eyes to it. And it also harkens back to this. Like you could be handed love on a silver platter, but if you're not open to it, if you're not in a receiving position, it can pass you by. You can just not see it. So keep those eyes open, Capricorn, especially in week 1. This is one of the most fulfilling, beautiful cards there is. Also, week 2, there's love potential here. 2 of Cups. This is the exchange of hearts. This is the relationship card. This means sharing your heart with someone else, being open and vulnerable, participating in exchange of heart energy, emotion, being in relationship. Where's the block there, Capricorn? It's showing up for you. But again, fear, doubt, or resistance can prevent you from receiving something that might be even presented to you. I kind of look at it as it's knocking on your door. It's showing up right on your front porch. But if you don't open that door because you're afraid to, or you're not ready, or whatever past experiences, then it will dissipate away. But it's showing up for you. So put yourself in a receptive position to either address whatever may be going on in your current relationship, or be open to a new relationship. That heart energy is wanting to come through. So my question is, what is blocking that? And I really get the sense, Capricorn, that it's acknowledging the truth here, letting this shine forth. It's going to open up both this and this. You're going to feel free. You're going to feel ready to show up in Two of Cups energy, but you will need to acknowledge this truth that you may be resisting or not seeing, whatever that might be. Embrace that Hermit energy. He's really searching for the truth. And the more that you can strip away the outside trappings of the world, what other people think, what other people are doing, he doesn't care about politics or money or status or anything, gossip, anything that's going on in the world. He doesn't care. He cares about what's true, what is real. So embrace that Hermit energy. That might really help you this month. For the third week, I get Star for you, which is kind of like what's on the road to this World card. This is a card about self-acceptance and self-love. And it has to do with hope and renewal. Again, we see the figure who's naked in the card. That has to do with accepting oneself just as you are. She's just as valid as the tree, the star, the bird, the flower, any of those natural objects. She's one of them as well. She's part of nature, and she has this gentle radiance to her because she accepts and acknowledges her own validity, her own wealth, as far as her contribution and just her being in the world. She doesn't have to do anything else. Just as any of these natural objects just have worth through existing. They don't have to do anything. They don't have to be anything other than they are. They're part of the riches of this world and contributing just by being their own unique selves. That's what Star energy is about. And it's about feeling renewed after hardship. It's feeling there's a lot of hope in this card. So it's a card of hope. It's a card of taking things just as they are and blooming where you're planted. So Star energy is beautiful for you. You know, if you've had some troubles acknowledging the truth of anything, third week of May may be a good time to just reflect and say, you know, this is who I am, and I'm valid, and I shine forth, you know, my own quiet brilliance just by being who I am. And I have my own unique place in the world too. This is all, you know, what's funny, Capricorns, this is all in line here. These false beliefs may be limiting you from experiencing this world energy, this support from the divine. Try to confront those. Try to see, you know, am I carrying around or feeling limited or stuck or powerless by something that's not true? That's going to really release you into the truth will set me free. And then fourth week of May, Capricorn, we've got a fire sign showing up. This is Queen of Rods. Now, this could be you in terms of being Queen of Rods is usually the master of fire. So she is someone who is confident. She's sassy. She's bold. She's attractive. She's witty. She laughs things off. She's got a great sense of humor. And she's courageous. She's just sunny and she's radiant. So coming to this sense of gentle acceptance of yourself, you may need to take it a step further and really go with the boldness and the confidence that Queen of Wands has. This could potentially be a fire sign. So it could be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, someone who's showing up. And it could be someone that you may be in a bit of competition with, Star and Queen of Rods. You know, if she's in the reverse position, that could be someone who's trying to steal your thunder or in competition with you, or they're at odds, like you're just trying to be yourself and they're shining forth. But I actually get the sense, Capricorn, that this is more about you and that you're just having some blocks to becoming Queen of Rods. Showing forth that confident, bold, charismatic side of yourself. But I'm kind of reading this more as you than anyone else. It's possible that for some of you, this may be a fire sign that you're in some sort of competitive stance with, where you're just trying to do your own thing, and that they're not being helpful towards that, or they're in competition with you. But for most of you, I'm going to say this is you, and I'm going to say what is your doubt, fear, or resistance delay towards being this confident, bold, a woman who knows her own mind, or a man who could potentially even be male, someone who knows their own mind and is willing to speak it forth and just radiate. They're usually pretty joyful, pretty humorous, takes things with a grain of salt, and they're just about getting stuff done, accomplishing what they want to do. That, she's carrying this sunflower, which means things are blooming forth in her presence.